Okay guys, it has been, I don't know how long it's been. I'll look at the video dates and see and put it up here somewhere. But I'm finally getting around to harvesting the beautyberries from the back of the property. And I'm not even sure if they're still good to harvest. But we're going to go and we're going to look and see. And if there are, we're going to harvest them. And we're going to get them prepared for the dehydrator. After doing some research, I've learned pretty confidently that the leaves are useful for teas that you can drink. And so I want to do a mix of the berries and the leaves to make some tea blends. So this is the fig tree right here. I just need to say this because the smell. This time of the year, there is just a very strong smell of figs coming from this area. And so it's like, almost like someone is processing or dehydrating some. And I just think that is so, like, it's cool. There's a lot of degradation on the leaves this time of the year. They're getting ready to fall off. Of course, you know, these trees go dormant. Oh, wow. Look at how dark they are. Look at that. Oh, my. Yeah, so I think they're perfect. Okay. But I don't think that is. Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm going to have to go get some snippers. I was just going to, like, stand there and rub them off, but into my bowl. But given all these weeds, I don't want to be over here for too long. So I'm just going to get some snippers and snip off the branches. I'm going to have to take them in the house and make another mess again. All right, let me go grab some snippers. Oh, and also as we're coming back, I can show you. Terry came back through and cut those trees all the way down to what you see here. We're just going to burn those stumps. Probably wait till like a night when it's cool and we'll burn them and do like a bonfire or something. There's that one. And this one here. And this is that branch here that was overlapping here. And I said we needed to cut out so we could have it more open. And so that's going to help a little bit with that as well. So it's 1, 2, oh yeah, and the third one's over here. And this is that one that also will be cut down. We got plenty of random bricks around here, so we'll probably just put a bunch of bricks around them and just dig a little bit of a trench around and burn. Oh, and look at this. I gotta spray my babies because you see that? You see that moth? And then if you look closely, you can see where something has already been having a complete field day on my Toscano kale. Terrible. Goodness gracious. I think I laid some snippers around on the ground over here somewhere. Oh, yeah. Nope. There they go. See? Disorganized. No. Organized. Organized chaos. Not where they're supposed to be by any means, but available nonetheless. Okay, Brian has the beautyberries, and there was a couple of goldenrod bushes out here too. I didn't realize that, so got some of those, and there's a lot more honestly up near the house. It's where I usually harvest from. I'm gonna have to do that another day because it is hot out here. So let's get in the house and see what we got. Again, the smell is just so good. I love the smell of this particular plant. It's amazing. There's already a video, I will pop it up somewhere, showing how we harvest these. So I'm not going to go into that, but I'm going to go ahead and get these harvested, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have the beauty berries washed and rinsed and sorted, done all that, and I got to thinking when I was processing the idea that this is what I was going to do with the berries. I was thinking, how are we going to get into like the flavor or the meat of the berry? There's mostly seed, and then there is some flesh there. If you saw our previous video where we made the jam, you could kind of visualize that. But how do I really do I have to go through and like aggravate all the seeds, smash them? Like, what am I going to do? To start researching, and found out that a good way to do that is to freeze the berries. Since they do have some moisture content on the inside, they'll burst. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get our berries on a tray, like a cookie sheet. We're going to put them in the freezer and leave them in there for a few hours. And then we're going to come back, and they should be cracked. And that will allow enough access for the water when it's heated back up for tea. In the tea bags, it will allow enough access for the water to get in and really pull out the flavor and all those good old anthocyanins and antioxidants and all the good stuff that we want from the berry. And so these teas will be primarily the berries with some leaves. I'm guessing we have maybe 2.5 to 3 cups this time, far less than we did last time. I am gonna measure this out. Again, that tree is a random pop-up. I believe a bird may have planted it a few years ago. The branches, if you could see from the video, were really pushing themselves out of the wooded area to get to the sun. And so next year, around the springtime, we may go in there and actually just go and prune back some of the bushes that are around it to give it a little bit more sunlight. We might get a little bit more productivity out of that particular bush. So yeah, it's not quite 3 cups. I would say it's like 2 3/4 maybe. Yeah, it's not bad though. We have our trusty cookie sheet here. We're just gonna pile them on. Try to get them in a single layer as much as possible. All right, and I'm gonna continue working on getting this, and I'm gonna probably put them in the freezer. I don't know, for at least what, 3 hours? I'm gonna say 3 hours, and we'll check them at that point and see where they are. So we'll be coming back in 3 hours. Hello friends, as you can probably tell by my wardrobe, it's been more than 3 hours. It's actually the next day. We actually got some sad news yesterday, and it kind of threw all of us kind of for a loop, and so everything was just kind of ugh. And so I did not go back and check on those berries, but I'm about to do so now. So I can't really tell that they've actually, oh yeah, that one did. Okay, I can't show you. There is some cracking. Very fine. Okay, well, let's see. I really want to show you. Can find one. Oh, that one bursted all together. Look at that. Geez, these things are so delicate. Okay, so I see several that are kind of like this one here. just completely burst. Yeah, that one, that might be the other side of that one there. I don't know whether this is going to help the process or not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen these up. I might just get my spatula, kind of just scrape through here so I don't have to use my fingers. And we're going to go ahead and get these on the dehydrating trays. Alright, I'm just going to start putting them on our tray here, and I want them to be pretty spread out. I have several different, obviously, I have 3 trays like this that will do well for something so small. I don't know that I'm going to need all of them though. Let's see how that looks. I want them pretty spaced out so that they go ahead and dry, so they'll be in the heat as little as possible. Alright, so I have 2 more trays. I'm going to go ahead and get them loaded, and then I'm going to settle in on a temperature and a time for these. Again, I've seen various ideas and stuff online, but everything is just so far and in between, so I'm kind of having to feel my way through this. Some say very low, long time. Some say medium, shorter time. I'm thinking I'm going to go somewhere in between with a mid-low, mid-time. So maybe starting at like 110 at about 8 hours, and then seeing where we're at, and then adding more time if needed. That's what I think I'm going to do. I think I just decided. Yeah. Okay, so as I was loading this last tray, I just got like this feeling of dread. Like, what if these things are not cracked enough to release the flavor? You know, and so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to smash them. And that's what I did. All right, just like that. With my little spatula. And then I'm going to go through and scrape that off. I'm going to get the other 2 trays, because this was the last one. And I'm going to do the same thing to them. It literally takes like 30 seconds because they're slushy now. And this is a much easier process with them half frozen. They're thawing out pretty quickly. So I think this is going to be a better guarantee that we get that flavor into our tea blends. The sound is so satisfying. I had to let you guys hear it. Welcome to another ASMR segment by your friends at Olle Gardens. All right, what did I say? I think I said temp 110 and time 8 hours. That's what we're gonna do 8, and we're gonna start. All right. Okay, so now those are going, and then I realized I never did anything with those leaves. I put them in a Ziploc bag right here, and so I'm gonna, and they didn't do any wilting or anything. I'm gonna wash those. I'm gonna spin them too, and I'm gonna put them in I'm almost said air dryer again. What is wrong with me? I'm going to put them in the dehydrator as well. And then I'm going to set an alarm for like 10 o'clock and check on them. They may not need as long. They dry pretty quickly. They don't have a high water content. And so, yeah, I'm gonna wash those, spin them, and I'll put them on another tray. But they should fit all on one tray. And we'll come back after, because in 8 hours I'm gonna be asleep. So this will sit into the morning and I'll check it then. In 5 hours I'll probably be asleep too. I'm gonna have the family pull the leaves out for me, and we'll revisit this in the morning and see if those berries are dry enough. If they are, we're gonna go ahead and proceed with our taste testing. We're gonna make our own tea and see how we like it just by itself. And if we don't, we're gonna experiment with a few blends. So that's gonna be fun. Stay tuned. Y'all, it's always gonna be something, don't it? Let me tell you what happened. See, what happened was seriously, so I started the dehydrator, right? And everything, of course, is doing fine. I put the leaves in, everything's going good. Then it was time to make dinner about 3 hours after I shot that last segment of the video. And I turned off the dehydrator because I need to use the microwave. My microwave and my dehydrator are plugged up to the same circuit. And so I didn't want to throw a switch. So to be on the safe side, I cut off the dehydrator. And then I forgot to cut it back on. So the next morning, when I go back to check and see if, you know, where we are, and the first thing I see is the leaves, and I'm like, why didn't the family take the leaves out? And then I remember I never told them. And then I remember I cut off the dehydrator. So there were about 5 hours left on the dehydrator. So I've just restarted it with that amount of time. And this is going to have to be, unfortunately, a part 4 to our Beautyberry series. You know, if you've watched this far along, then you're truly interested in using your beautyberries. And why not? I mean, if there's something that you did not invest time and energy into growing on your homestead or on your yard, why not know how to benefit from it and how to utilize it in the best way? We hope that these videos have been helpful for you to help you figure out what to do with your beautyberries. And if you don't decide to do anything with them this year, maybe next year. It's literally been like 4 years, I think, maybe 3, that we've been trying to find the time to do something with ours. And we finally got to that point. So, you know, take your time, do it when you can, but when you do, it's going to be so rewarding. Thank you for watching, and please tune back in for part 4. In that video, we will do some taste testing. We'll be mixing the tea bags, and we will also be deciding whether or not we want to keep it simple with the beautyberries and the leaves, or if we want to throw in some of our roselle, goldenrod, or basil, any of our, what else do we have? Bergamot, I believe. Yeah, that we could probably blend with the beautyberry. Everything doesn't taste good together, and so we like to try these flavors before we send them out into the community, and we don't send anything out that we don't like ourselves with these tea blends, because if we don't like it, it's a chance that you might not like it either. See you in the next video.